Good afternoon, everybody. April 4th, Friday. Real Estate on I-25 Talk Radio. I'm Joe Clement. I got Amy Lassen. Hi, Amy.
Happy Friday, Joe.
Happy Friday. KCBR, 1040 AM, 98.5 FM. Brought to you by RE/MAX Properties. 4 locations. Tenderfoot Hill Street down south, 102 South Tejon downtown, 1740 Chapel Hills Drive across from the Chapel Hills Mall, and Monument, Lake Woodmore Drive, visible from 105 as you come off of I-25 up there. One beautiful phone number for you, 719-540-HOME, 540-HOME. That's 4663. Can get you any of our 210 fabulous agents ready to go to work for you. Whether you're buying or selling, they can help you. Go to homescolorado.com and you will see all the listings there, including what's on MLS and our 700 or so fabulous.
That's right.
RE/MAX Properties listings.
Any properties are for sale. Land, vacant land, investment property.
Yeah, it's all on there. It's all on there. It's all on there. Amy, what's going on in the market?
Well, I think it's kind of picking up with the weather.
Yeah, the weather's helping. It was in the news this morning that the interest rate has slipped up from 4.40 to 4.41 for a 30-year fixed.
Were they bored or something?
3.7 something for a 15-year fixed. That's still fabulous. I don't know why they make a thing of it. It slipped up.
Well, and Joe, it's basically a bold-faced lie because there is no such thing as the rate is 4.4.
Well, it just depends on who, it depends on your scores, your credit scores.
Absolutely.
It depends on whether you're doing an FHA, a VA, a conventional.
Yeah. Are you paying points?
Whether you're paying a discount point or whatever, but
yeah,
what they quoted today was 4.41, which is still fabulous.
Well, yeah, let's be fair. It's somewhere in the mid-4s, which is great.
Yeah, it's great rate. So March was a little better month, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but total number of closed sales, 1989. That was a good year. And here's, the end of the month of March, 205 closings the last 7 days of March.
Wow,
yeah.
we got busy.
Mm-hmm. The week before was 147. So that's a nice closing. Yeah. Well,
it's funny.
Yeah, if you see this chart, you can see a 104, that's 5 weeks ago, then 138, then back down to 114, 122, 147, then up to 205 the last week of March.
Well, and with the exception of only 1 week's anomaly, it's basically been a steady march up, which is kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
Started out a little slow, and just a little bit more every week.
Yeah. Active listings now, 3,466. If I compare that to last March, it's up. Last March at this time, we had 3,069.
Oh.
So we have more inventory today than we did back then. We have 3,466.
Mm-hmm.
1989 closed sales, closed addresses, single family. But here's the breakdown. 0 to 250, 1313. 1,313 homes in that price range closed. They led the pack as usual, 0 to 250.
Mm-hmm.
It's 66%.
Yeah, that's
of the market.
Yeah, that's slightly down from what we reported last week, but it's up from last year, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Last year was 62-ish, and now it's 66, so it's up in that lower price range. 250 to 500, 596 closed year to date. That's 30% of the market.
Mm-hmm.
500 to 750, 63, which is 3% of the market. And then here's where it gets really crazy. 750 to 999, 11 closed. That's 0.5 of the market. And then over $1 million, 6 closed, 0.5 of the market.
So, we were talking this morning about how much time should you spend on, I guess it depends on what you're doing, on the high end. The interesting thing for you, because you do tend to specialize in that part of the market in the Southwest, is they do take a lot of time.
We just met with somebody yesterday, and we said, here's the 3 words. We used to only have 2. It was price and condition. Now it's price, condition, and patience.
I wish they were all P, then they could be the 3 Ps.
Yeah, they could be the 3 Ps, but no, they're not. But it's true.
Price pretty. It could be price pretty and patience.
Yeah.
Pretty instead of condition.
Well, that pretty is the same as conditions most of the time. Yeah, it's got to look pretty. There's no question. It's a contest.
Yeah.
You know. Well, right now, 1 million and above, there's 128 active listings. And that's a bunch. And then you go 750 to 999, there's 120. So
do we have days on market charts for these price ranges?
No.
Because
those are years on market.
Yeah.
Not really.
What would your gut tell you? Like, if I've got a $2 million listing, what's my years on market?
Years for $10 million listing in Colorado
No,
Springs?
two. Just two. Come on, 10 is ridiculous.
2. Oof. It's
2 is a stretch.
Yeah, it could take. You never know. I mean,
it depends on what it is, doesn't it?
Yeah, it could take a while. Yeah. Well, it's all about jobs. We're going to have a guest in a little while to talk about that, but we've got to get some lower, middle, and upper. You know. Well, Rick Van Weeren, our wonderful statistical agent at Remax Properties, has got his chart finished for March, and we have it in front of me, and so it's sold for March, 832 addresses total closed for the month of March. If we go back to March 2013, it was 867, so very close.
Yeah.
If we look at year-to-date closed, it's 2001. If we look at year-to-date closed last year at this time, it was 2189. So we're down about 187.
But we've talked before about we were so hot out of the chute last year this time. It was like a little crazy strong.
Yeah, so that's really not bad.
We're steady. Yeah,
that's really not bad. And last March, the average price was averaging 239.6, and today it's averaging 239.165. Interesting. The median price was 212. Today it's 211.900.
We're steady.
Yeah. Distressed properties that are closing each month. Last month it was 76, and this month it's 97. So a little bit more in the distressed.
But significantly down from a year ago.
Well, a year ago, it's half. It was 180.
Yeah, and that's nice to see.
Yeah.
When you're seeing these other numbers be pretty consistent, that just means we have a steady market. But to see that come down, that's great. Fewer short sales, fewer foreclosures.
Yeah, we like
that's
that.
what we want.
But here's something interesting. Now, over the last several years, people have a misconception that you get this big discount because we've been in a recession. We're just coming out of a recession. So is it,
Is that because they've bought multiple properties in our market, or because they watch HGTV?
Somewhere they're thinking that they can get 10% off. But here's the truth of the matter. I'm looking at a chart that goes all the way back to 2011, and it's 95.8 is the lowest. That's 95%. The sale price is 95% of the asking price. So so the owners came down 5%, or this one actually is just
about 4.5.
4.5. So as you go up this chart all the way up, so I'm going up into the 2012. It was 90. It averaged 97 every month except one month it was 98. You go into 2013, it's 97, 97, 98, 98, 98. The whole year of 2013, it was about 98%, which means the people are coming down 2%. Now this is interesting. January here, this year, 2014, 97.9, so almost 98. February, 97.94. Look at this month of March, 99. That's the first 99 we've had in years.
Good grief.
Only 1% the prices are coming down.
Yeah.
Now, why was that in the month of March?
Well, things finally took off about 3 weeks ago.
Well, here's what affects that number. We're seeing full price offers.
Yep.
And of course, in our world, we see VA loans where a lot of times it's a VA loan. The veteran is asking for the seller to pay closing costs, so they give them a full price offer and ask for
the closing costs.
$5,000 in closing costs or some number. Okay, well, it still is recorded as a full price offer.
True.
So that affects that number. The other thing that affects that number, we have a few homes where we've had multiple offers.
We sure are in that 66% of the market that is under $250,000 plenty of multiple offers. Yeah.
Here's a good story. Last week we had Kevin Bristow come in here and chat with us for a few minutes. One of our RE/MAX Properties downtown agents. Very good real estate professional. Listed one for, I think it was $239,900.
Was that the one with all the TVs?
5 flat screens.
Yes.
Cool garage. Yeah. All this cool stuff.
I even got excited about the sound of that garage. It was amazing.
So I asked him on the way in the door today, Kevin, do you sell that one with the 5 flat screens? He goes, oh, man. I said, tell me about it. 4 offers. He sold it for $2,000 or $3,000 over asking.
Oh, absolutely.
See, and that affects that 99.9. Of course, it hasn't closed yet, but those are the kind of things that affects that.
Yeah.
That 99.
That's true.
But yeah, that's cool. He sold that.
Yeah, that's
I said,
great.
is it because you pitched it on the radio show? He goes, oh, absolutely.
We should have had, given out a coupon code or something so we could track that.
Radio advertising. Talk radio works, baby. That's our theme today. Talk radio works. Okay, well, those are the stats. It's feeling better, and the temperature is feeling better, and then all of a sudden it snowed.
That's kind of fun.
Wasn't that a cool snow?
It was really cool.
It was a great snow.
So wet. Oh, my goodness.
Soaking the trees, soaking the bushes, soaking the grass. Man, do we need that.
Yep. Yeah, it was heavy snow.
That was good. We could use maybe one or two.
Ooh, I'll take it.
Yeah. It's been so dry. That was a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
All right. So what's going on in the community, Amy?
I was hoping you'd tell me.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now.
Here comes the weekend.
There's one thing that's going on that I'm participating in as a spectator.
Okay.
I'm taking my 3.
Is it this modern dance thing?
No.
Oh, no.
My wife and I are taking our 3 grandchildren to Disney on Ice today.
Ah, you did it. You talked about that last week, and you're doing it.
Bought the tickets. We're going. Well, it's just cool that they're here. I think it's cool. The World Arena's got them, and it's going to be great. So that's tonight. Well, it's actually tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday.
Great.
There's a lot of shows.
Good. For those of you listening who didn't realize, still time to get tickets.
Yeah, and the best way to get your ticket is do what I did yesterday. I was frustrated online. I was, stumbling, and I just got in the car and drove down there.
Yeah. So it turns out you didn't have to get 6.
Nice lady in the window. I said, no, I want 5. I want decent seats. She had me all set up. It was perfect. I'm so excited.
Good. Yes. And I hear you guys are going to have a junk dinner. That is so not.
Well,
like
it opens at 6. So we're, what are you going to do with 3 little grandkids at 6? You're going to go down and have dinner at the World Arena. What are you going to eat? Junk food. That's what I told my grandson last night on the phone. We'll go down and get some junk food. He was all excited. Pizza, chicken wings, something. Corn dogs.
Oh, yeah. Go all out.
Not on my diet, but hey. Holy cow, we got some new stars coming to the Springs at the World Arena. B.B. King's coming August 14th.
I am embarrassed to admit I didn't know he was alive.
Yeah, man, he's still rocking.
Holy guacamole.
Yeah, and he's not a rocker; he's a blueser. It's this blues guitar, fabulous, one of the all-time greats. April 23rd is Hunter Hayes, the young and upcoming country star, and then look at this: Pat Benatar and Neil Girardo on August 19th.
Pat Benatar is wonderful.
Cool. George Thorogood and the Destroyers.
I don't think I know him.
That's way out there, October 3rd. But catch this. I mean, this is this week of August 14th through the 23rd. Some action. Huey Lewis and the News.
Wow.
Yeah. Huey Lewis. Maybe Lee could play a Huey Lewis song for us.
Tell me a little lie to remember you by.
No, that's not it. Okay.
It's Huey Lewis and the News.
It is?
Yeah.
What was it?
Just a little one to believe in. Tell me that you're never leaving.
Lee, don't play that song. Goodness gracious. That is not a Huey Lewis song. Okay. So that's August 22nd coming to the World Arena. So good stuff. Alison Krauss on the Union Station, July 27th.
Oh, wow.
I mean, look at this. I mean, this is a star-studded.
But what can I do tonight?
Come to Disney on Ice.
Oh, okay.
I'll see you there.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So there's lots of things going on. Check your Go magazine in the Gazette. or go to thegazette.com and go, and you can see all this stuff. There's some cool movies out. That Kimball's got a good one, Noah, with Russell Crowe. I've seen the previews. It looks like Noah's Ark. And,
Yeah.
you know, two little animals of everything, and Russell Crowe. I don't know. Anyway.
Do you know Bill Cosby's Noah? Have you heard his shtick?
No, that's got.
Oh, that goes back to that was an album from the '60s.
Yeah.
Wooba, 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 ding. I hope somebody out there's laughing that they know that Bill Cosby album.
No, they don't. I don't know. All right, so Noah, yeah, you could catch that at 5 and 7:45 tonight at Kimball's. That's a good one.
Yeah, totally different than the one Bill Cosby did.
Now, what is this one? The Grand Budapest Hotel.
Well, it's got some big names in it. I have not seen it.
I know, but well, you can see it at 4:45, 5:15, 7:30, and 8. That's the big one at Kimball's. I wish I knew more about it. Maybe there's something in here about it. We'll find it. All right. So this town is buzzing this weekend with all kinds of good things going on for this time of year. We encourage you to come downtown because downtown has always got some stuff happening.
Absolutely.
A lot of the places downtown have great happy hours with nice hors d'oeuvres and so forth, and some fabulous restaurants down here nowadays, and some new ones.
Mm-hmm.
What's the new Mexican one? Across the street, up the street?
Hang on a second, I'll look out the window.
Yeah, look up the window. It's Lucia's or something? Lucia's?
Yeah, well, I don't know how you say it, though. It looks like Luca.
Luca? That's good. I've been there for happy hour with one of the title companies had a little thing.
Oh, great.
Good guac.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got more than my fair share of guac. All right. All right, so we did the stats. We did the, update on the going on in the community stuff. So it's time to say this. This program is brought to you by RE/MAX Properties with 4 locations, downtown on Tenderfoot Hill Street. Down south on Tenderfoot Hill Street. Slow down, Joe. Downtown, 102 South Tejon. North office is 1740 Chapel Hills Drive. Monument is on 1761 Lake Winmore Drive. Four fabulous locations, 210 outstanding agents ready to serve you. 540-HOME or homescolorado.com. They're ready to go. If you need help, give one of our great broker associates a call. Real estate at I-25 Talk Radio. I'm Joe Clement with Amy Lassen, KCBR 1040 AM, 98.5 FM. We're going to take a short break. We shall be right back. We are back. Holy cow, that was a quick break.
It's Huey Lewis in the news.
He's playing. Oh, what is that one? I know that song.
Power of love.
Oh, it's the Power of
is
Love.
the hardest thing.
That's it. Amy's got it. Okay, cool. They're coming to the World Arena August 22nd. Gosh, we're going to be blasting that for a while.
Woohoo!
Real estate on I-25 Talk Radio. Joe Clement, Amy Lassen, 1040 AM, 98.5 FM. Thanks for listening today. It's time for our fabulous guest.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We saw this attractive girl walking down the street. And we said, come in here.
Go get her.
What can she talk about?
And I did.
Yeah.
I don't know what's worse.
Jenifer, introduce yourself. This is the associate publisher of the Colorado Springs Business Journal.
Yes, I am. How are you? Glad to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
It's
And
great
I
to
am
have you.
the associate publisher for the Colorado Springs Business Journal.
How did you get that job?
I knew people. Isn't that what this town's all about? It's not what you know, but who you know.
Was it networking?
1,000%.
Yeah.
All networking. As we were discussing earlier, my background's not necessarily newspapers.
Yeah, okay.
So, but I think I got this job because I bleed this community.
And you grew up here. That's what's cool. You grew up here.
I did. Yep. I went to West Junior High, Coronado High School.
Yeah.
And after college, did some soul searching, where do I want to live? And I really wanted to come back to Colorado Springs. And I mean, it's not that I haven't seen other parts of the country or seen other parts of the world. I love Colorado Springs.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
So you got your bachelor's degree where? And you got a master's degree too.
I do. Bachelor's is in recreation administration from UNC in Greeley, University of Northern Colorado.
Cool.
And then my master's is in sports administration.
Good.
And now I'm in the newspaper business.
Did you get your master's up there too? Or?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. I got my master's from the University
UNC?
of Northern. Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is a local girl.
I am. My husband's a native.
Yeah. What's he do?
He owns his own landscaping company.
Oh, cool.
Here in town, and now he's starting to dabble in kind of hedge funds and investments. I mean that's.
I'm sorry. No one's laughing. Hedge.
I get the
hedge.
hedge.
Oh, come on.
I get it. Hedge landscaping. That makes sense.
Well, I'm
cool.
in sports recreation newspapers. He did landscaping to hedge fund management.
This is fun. I never knew.
You never know.
I just didn't know.
Nope. And now we live on the southwest part of town and just are loving every minute of it.
Cool. That's great. Let's talk about the Business Journal.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. So there's a lot of cool stuff in there every week. It's a weekly.
It's a weekly paper.
And a lot of good business stories about what's happening. So you can talk a little bit about that and probably the events that are coming up for the Journal.
Sure, absolutely. I'm a little prejudiced and a little biased, but I will absolutely say that we are the best local business news. We're a very niche paper. If you were reading the movies coming up, and that's not us, and we're not going to tell you the score of the Rockies game or the Sky Sox.
Business.
This is business, and if it's happening in this town, it's in our paper. And I will put our editorial staff against anybody in this country. Mm-hmm. I'm sure a lot of your listeners out there remember Ralph Routon.
Yeah.
Guy's been around for
I know Ralph.
25, 30 years.
Oh, yeah, no.
He is a staple of this community. He's our executive editor at the paper and just our reporters. In fact, we just won something like 14 awards.
Wow.
Our little paper.
Cool.
And this is statewide. And I think it's our region, kind of the mountain region. So I would put our editorial staff up against everybody or anybody. You read it.
Yeah, we
do.
I do.
Balanced, I mean, we're not turning over rocks to see what worms are under there. We're reporting the news, and I think we do it in a fair way, in a positive light. We're absolutely pro community.
Yes, you are.
And it's great business news, and we cover everything from real estate to law to the business of sport to health, military. I mean, we really try and cover it all.
I think you do a great job.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, we get it at the office, of course, and then I also get it online.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. I like online because it's kind of scoops.
That is where you get all the scoops. And if I may, I mean, just a little plug for the paper. I mean, if people, obviously, we'd love you to be a subscriber. The more the merrier. Come on over. It's only $89 a year.
Yeah,
it's $1.71 a week. And I mean, if you are in business, and quite frankly, who among us is not?
Yeah.
This is the newspaper. But you can also sign up for our Daily Biz email. It's free. Mm-hmm. Go online, csbj.com, click subscribe, and do the Daily Biz email. And that's where you get those scoops, the breaking news. And it's 2 stories every day. We send you 1 email, 2 stories. You get it. It keeps your pulse on the business community.
I like it.
You read it for 2 minutes and you move on your day.
Yeah.
It's quick and easy.
And that's smart.
Yeah.
It is.
Because nobody wants to sit and have to go through pages and pages and pages. Everybody's too busy.
Sure.
And so when I get that, I know I can just take 5 to 10 minutes and I'm caught up.
Absolutely. And it does. And I mean, it's every day. So I would encourage people, please sign up. Again, it's free. csbj.com. Click on subscribe.
Cool. Now, when I go to other communities, I see the Business Journal, and it's a national type deal, but it's locally owned and operated.
So there are business journals all across the country,
right?
Because you'll see, our title if you go to Denver. I mean, they all kind of look pretty similar. We are locally owned.
Right.
We are not a national conglomerate. We used to be owned by Dolan Media.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Big company that owned like 80 to 90 media outlets across the country. Right now, there are 6 papers. We are with the Colorado Springs Independent, John Weiss
Oh, yeah.
and team. Then it's the Business Journal. We do the 3 military newspapers at Schriever, Peterson, and Fort Carson.
That's right.
And then we also have the Transcript, which is one of the oldest businesses in the city of Colorado Springs.
What's the Transcript?
The Transcript, actually, for all of you real estate people out there, and you bankers and you attorneys, this is for you. It's all of the legal happenings in town. So if somebody is foreclosing on their house, if somebody is doing a name change, if somebody is buying a house, you have to print all of that. That gets printed into the Daily Transcript, and we print it and mail it out 3 days a week. And you can subscribe to that as well. And, if you're an interior designer, great leads, things like that. But yeah, one of the oldest businesses in Colorado Springs.
Wow.
Yeah. Who knew?
I used to get that years ago. I got to get back on that list. It wasn't that expensive either.
No, it's a good lead generator.
Yeah.
So is the Business Journal. The Business Journal, and we're covering CEO one-on-ones. We're covering young professional one-on-ones. We have a business lead, so businesses that are incorporating, we list those in the Business Journal. I mean, it's a great lead generator.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to getting all of the news.
Sure.
I've never thought of that.
Yeah.
I'm coming back on, and we're going to
Connect
go
to your community.
through
Okay.
Each page.
I'm going to teach you all how to read the paper.
I have to admit, I was just chagrined that neither of us had our copy with us, and I was trying to pull it up online.
And,
I've got it in my office.
I have it on my phone app. We have a phone app, CSBJ.
Oh.
You can do your little phone app.
Nice.
And that has all of your stories on there as well.
That's
and I was
great.
going to bring my favorite too, but then I was like, nah. We're just going to talk. You guys have too much fun in this room, by the way. I hope all the listeners, the vibe comes. You guys have a good time in here.
Yeah, we do. One of the things we'd like to do with your paper is have you do a story on our new app.
What is this the Remax app?
Remax Properties Colorado Springs.
Tell me, what does your app do?
Oh my goodness, what doesn't it do?
It gives a consumer the opportunity to just search homes like crazy and see what's going on all over the state. Oh, yeah, it's really statewide.
Yeah.
But
it's basically property search, but on steroids.
It's not up yet.
It'll be
was
live
going to my phone. I was going to download it as we were here.
We'll have to
You
plan
go to
this.
iTunes probably next Thursday or Friday.
It'll be in about a week, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, next week. We're going to have a big splash.
Definitely let us know.
It's just fresh off the press. But we're excited about it.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Well, and as far as we know, there's no real estate company in this city that has an app.
Oh, well, there you go. Good job.
Yeah.
You guys have always been pretty cutting edge, pretty innovative. Good for you guys.
Sometimes we're on the bleeding edge, but because we try stuff that's crazy.
And you know what? You can't be afraid of risk.
No, we've taken it. This is something we've been working on for almost a year, and it's with our friends up in Denver that have come up with this thing. And 2 guys from France are the brains behind it. And the piece I like the best, what's it called? The virtual thing where you hold up your...
It's called augmented reality.
Yeah. So augmented reality is you got your iPad, you're showing home, you walk outside, you're standing on the porch, and the client says, wow, this is a cool neighborhood. I really don't like this house, but what else is available in this neighborhood? And you hold up your iPad and you start over here to the left and you swing it around to the right, and it's picking up houses. You can have this thing set up for 1 mile, 2 miles, 3 miles, goes to 10 miles.
That's definitely not a neighborhood, though.
Well, no, but I mean the 1 mile. I mean, if you like the neighborhood or the elementary school or the junior high,
if you're in Black Forest, 10 miles.
That's true.
That's
true.
Yeah.
But most of the time it'd be a mile or less. And they pop up on there, and so they're on your screen, and you hit the little icon. Well, here's one. This one's only 2 blocks away, and it's right within your price range. Oh, and it does have 5 bedrooms. Let's go.
And it has all of that on that app
just like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Augmented reality. Yeah. It's almost like, is that after you've had a couple of beers? You're in your augmented
same
reality?
concept. But honest to God, I mean, the technology is moving so fast, and we're so lucky to get involved with this. So we're excited to roll it out. So this is kind of a pre-rollout
it's going to be super fun.
But we're not ready to rock with it yet. But next Friday we will be.
Yeah.
And we can tell you how to get the app and everything, but it will be a free app on iTunes.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Let us know. We'll get it in the paper.
Yeah, because I think we're the only ones in town that have it. I mean, real estate company.
Well, and it's honestly, it's way better than anything Realtor.com or Zillow is doing. So it kind of wouldn't matter. It's really cool.
This is the next step.
Yeah.
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 Fingertips. It's at your fingertips.
I
like it too. All right. So, what's going on with you all and City for Champions?
So, City for Champions, and this is Jen Furda speaking, but I mean also our paper. We support it. I mean,
How can you not?
I don't know. Let's go ahead and ask the 5 people on City Council. How can you not?
How can you not?
And the thing that's unfortunate is that it's always the squeaky, screaming minority who, and I mean, it's this silent majority, and we sit back from a business community. I have to tell you, I wrote an email to my representative.
Good.
And I kind of said, look, we've got to get in a place in Colorado Springs. We've got to be more than a city with a pretty view. We have to move on. I mean, we've got to come from a place of abundance and not scarcity. And I have young children here. Yes. I want them to be proud of coming from Colorado Springs. I mean, I chose to come back here, and I could have gone other places.
Of course.
I chose to come back here because I love this community. This community is amazing, but sometimes I feel like we have succeeded in spite of ourselves. And City for Champions is one of those. I mean, how could you not support cranes in the air and tourism? And, I was speaking with a young gentleman talking about City for Champions, and I said, do you support it? And he was about 25 years old, and he said, I don't know. But sometimes I feel like we could spend our money on other things. Well, like what? And he was like, well, homelessness. We seem to have, a homeless issue. And I started talking about City for Champions and the dollars that will be generated, not by you and me,
tourism,
but by Susie.
Somebody from Montana.
And people coming in. And those dollars are going to turn into tax dollars that we are then going to be able to use on city infrastructure, city improvement. And you want to help the homeless. That's how we do this. You want to get lights up and potholes fixed and better schools, green grass in our parks. That's how you do this. Yeah. And wouldn't that be cool to have a museum that we could go to too, and a stadium, and I mean, the medical center. Hopefully, none of us are having to use it because we're all healthy and happy. But I mean, it's great to have those kind of facilities. Look what the Mayo Clinic has done for Scottsdale, Arizona.
Yes.
And I mean, medical tourism. Mm-hmm. I mean, just look at all of those things. And then the Air Force Academy. People in our community don't understand. When you walk out of our borders and you tell people you're from Colorado Springs, the first word, not the second word, the first word out of their mouth is, oh, that's where the Air Force Academy is. That is what we are known for, and people in our community don't realize that's how much we're known. And why wouldn't we put a stellar first-class visitor center at the Air Force Academy?
Sure.
So I don't know the thinking of where all of these boulders. Well, I do know, and this isn't a political talk show. It's personality-driven, and they've got to put the personalities aside and do what is best for this community.
You know what? Why haven't we had her on here earlier?
I don't know.
She could be on every week. What a cheerleader you are.
We find a way to talk about City for Champions almost every week, regardless of who the guest is.
How can you not? Because you're selling houses, you're selling neighborhood, you're selling schools, you're selling community.
We're selling our love of this community. Yes. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, it could be so much better.
And it's a great community. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and wring my I love this community. I have a great time every day. You bet. But could it be better? Yes, of course we could improve.
That's the thing.
So, yeah.
Well, you change and you evolve and you grow, or you don't. Yeah. And that's the problem. So everything has to shift. And it's interesting to say, wait, what about the potholes? What about the homeless? We need to start leading with that. Hello, everybody. It's time to deal with homelessness and potholes, and here's how we're going to do it.
Yeah, we're going to fix
it.
Fix it with more money in the
flip
text.
Flip it
around. Just a little bit of a paradigm shift. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So.
Well, we had Doug Price, the CEO and president of the Colorado Springs Convention and Visitors Bureau, right here with us a few weeks ago, and we're chatting about all this stuff. And then during the break, I said, we're going to really get into the City for Champions because he's a huge raving fan, of course. He wants more tourism. Like, that's his job.
Right.
Of course. And he says, well, I said, look at the NFL and what Canton, Ohio and the NFL Museum, Hall of Fame deal has done for that. He said, I grew up there. I said, what? So when we went back on the air, I said, tell us about this. I said, well, I saw this city. There was just a little old city in Ohio. And then all of a sudden, this thing happened. And it's like, oh, my God. The whole thing just exploded. And who goes to Canton, Ohio without the NFL Hall of Fame there? I mean, you go see your relatives.
It's a destination.
It's a destination. And when they have the Hall of Fame game in August, and then they have the inductee deal, and you can't get a hotel room for like 100 miles. No. And so it was really fun having him talk about what it has done for that city, that one venue. Now, we are so blessed with the Olympic Training Center and the Olympic Committee building right across the street here. It's phenomenal, and we need to label ourselves as the Olympic City.
100%.
So people think of that and the Air Force Academy and all that. It's all positive. But can you imagine with these 4 new venues what that would do with what we already have?
Absolutely.
It's an explosion.
Have you had Nick Reagan on the show yet?
No.
So Nick Reagan he's the company that runs the Switchbacks, which is our brand new soccer team.
That's
here
where
in
I've
this
heard
town.
the name. Yep. I haven't met him yet.
And if you had soccer games downtown, soccer. It's not football. It's not American Pie and baseball, but soccer. You think of how many youth are playing soccer, and soccer is a worldwide sport. It's just not huge in the United States, not yet. But having a stadium downtown that has soccer games, or has a wrestling tournament, or a rugby tournament, or a lacrosse tournament, youth sports could take over that stadium. And that's, again, coming from a place of abundance and not scarcity. Oh, well, how many things are at the World Arena? You know what? These are the same people who didn't want the World Arena. Yeah. These are the same people who didn't want the Pikes Peak Center. Could you imagine our community without the Pikes Peak Center or the World Arena? And look at what great facilities they are right now.
I talk about it every week.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Well, in 1979 or whatever it was, there was 3 votes that failed about the Pikes Peak Center.
Yep.
And then it finally went through in early 80s and got built in 82. And look what it's done. It's just been phenomenal. But somewhere along the line, somebody kept pounding and saying, we need this, we need this, we need this. And bang, there it is. And now look what it does. And look what it does. It's phenomenal.
All of us silent majority people out there, we need to get a little bit more vocal. We need to be writing our elected officials. You need to tell people that you support this, that you want it. And I'm not saying go blindly into it. Yes, ask for transparency and ask to be, be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem. Ask for those things, but the silent majority has got to start speaking up a little bit more about this and be more cheerleaders.
Jen, you are awesome. Jen Furda, the associate publisher.
Yes.
Of the Colorado Springs Business Journal. We didn't just really find this girl off the street.
That would have been really lucky,
now
though.
It shows.
That would have been awesome.
She's awesome. All right. This is Real Estate and I-25 Talk Radio. I'm Joe Clement. Amy Lassen with me, 1040 a.m. on the dial. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. We are back.
So happy to be stuck with you.
Yeah, you are stuck with me, Amy, and I'm stuck with you. Right here on 1040 AM, 98.5 FM. That's Huey U. Lewis in the news in the background, coming to the World Arena August 22nd. Always good to promote what's going on down there and what's going on at the Pikes Peak Center. I did tell you when I saw America, it was fabulous.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
I'm still bitter.
Yeah, that was a great show. I missed Tower of Power. Damn. I was out of town. Darn it. Tonight, Disney on Ice. I will be there with my grandkids, and I'm excited.
That's great.
Yeah. We are so blessed in this city to have these venues. And you know what's great? Like when I said I ran down there yesterday and bought the tickets. Well, from our Tenderfoot Hill Street office, where I'm usually at,
yeah,
it's about a 3-minute drive.
That was easier than sitting at your desk. That absolutely was.
Well, when you're sitting there frustrated, you're online, Ticketmaster or whatever. And I'm playing around, and I couldn't. I told you I could get 4 in a row, and then the 5th one is like in another planet or something. And I was going, what is going on? I walked in there, and this nice lady, Shirley, had me done in like 7 minutes.
And in all fairness, the most tech-savvy person in the world can have trouble with those websites. Yeah. Sometimes you just got to talk to the person who knows.
Yeah. We have Jen Furda with us from the Colorado Springs Business Journal. She is the associate publisher. She's got some scoops on what's going on with them. You've got some events coming up, huh, Jen?
We do. We have a couple of. We just had a very successful Rising Stars event, which is something we're very proud at the Business Journal to not only do we feature every single week, we feature a young professional from our community under the age of 39. And these are not young people who are fogging up a mirror. These are young people who are getting things done either personally, professionally, and they're really making a positive difference in our community. So we feature them every single week, but we also did something called the Rising Stars, and we honored 27 young professionals who are really kind of the best of the best. And it was such a good event. It was a reception. We had high energy. Brandon Lee was our DJ, and we had some music. Kyle Hibble was our speaker, talking about how everyone really can make a difference in your community by just getting involved on committees and boards. So that was a phenomenal event. A couple of events that we have coming up. We have a breakfast with the Journal coming up on April 17th. The topic is creating jobs because we all want more jobs.
Wow.
But it's not only creating jobs, it's specifically creating jobs through venture capital, legislation, and workforce retention. And the 3 speakers that we have coming on this panel, Matt Verlick might be somebody you can get on your show as well. He runs the Small Business Administration for our region. It's like an 8-state region, and he's based right out of Denver. So we have him speaking, and he is going to be talking about venture capital. Nice. And then we have a gentleman by the name of Nick Kittle, who he used to be one of our young rising stars, and we lost him to Adams County. He's their sustainability manager. But what he will be talking about is how do we keep the workforce that we have? You know, and a lot of people call it the brain drain. And here's the deal. You guys probably left for college. I left for college. Our young people will also leave for college. But how do we either A, get them to come back, or B, invite other young people who want to come to a great community? So workforce retention, keeping the workforce that we have. And then lastly, legislation. Commissioner Amy Lathan will be speaking on that. And that's really talking about not only what legislation is on the books currently from a business standpoint, but what legislation should be on the books. And then probably more importantly, what legislation should we try and get off of the books that hurts local business? Because if your business can't thrive, they can't hire people. So that's going to be a big lunch.
Where is it?
That's going to be at the Doubletree World Arena.
Okay, Doubletree.
So Doubletree.
Is it a breakfast or?
It's a breakfast. So it's all you morning people out there.
Yeah, good.
7 a.m. is networking and registration, and then we'll probably start breakfast right around 7:30, and then the program will go about 7:45 to 8:45. We always have time for Q&A. We want to hear from our audience. You know, what questions do they have? So please, would love to.
So how do you get a seat by calling in or
no, register
online?
We do. Yeah. I mean, you could please call me anytime, but it's probably easier just to go online, csbj.com, and click on events, and that'll list all of our events. Another event that we have coming up, we only do probably about one kind of event program per month, and we pull the best business community people. This is, even if you didn't want to come to hear about creating jobs, you want to just come to network, because this is where the business community, they're coming to these events. Another one that we're doing in May 15th, which it happens to be during Armed Forces Week. This is a brand new event, and it's called Business Connect for a Cause. It's 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. We're going to be at the new Johnny Martin's. That's another one. You guys should get Dustin, the executive director of Johnny Martin's. It's a car club. It's like a country club, but for car enthusiasts. So it's like El Paso Club, except they allowed women. Yes. But you could join for membership. We went there for...
Where is that?
a block away, sir, on Nevada and Colorado. It is the coolest. Like, Colorado Springs is cool, man. It has old drag cars in there. There's Porsches in there.
I've seen them in the window.
Donner has his Barracuda in there.
Ooh.
Oh, if you like American heavy metal or just cars, if you're a car enthusiast, check it out. But it is a club. But that's where this event's going to be. So if you would like to come to our event and check out the club at the same time. But so it's networking, 4:30 to 6:30, hardcore networking. But the Business Connect for a cause. We have partnered with Aspen Point, which is a local nonprofit.
I know what that is, yeah.
They've been around, honestly, not exaggerating, I think they've been around about 100 years. And they have two programs there. One is a vet mentoring program, and one is a peer navigator program for local military. And because it's Military Appreciation Week, we just thought that this was a really good tie and fit. And half of the proceeds from the door, we will profit share with Aspen Point to help pay for those two programs that they have.
Oh, nice.
So
May 15th?
May 15th. It's a Thursday night, 5:30 or 4:30 to 6:30. Again, you can go to csbj.com. It's $10
Oh, my
if you
God.
pre-register, and it's $15 if you pay at the door. But we might sell out because I think we'll probably be capped out at probably about 200 people.
Yeah.
So, and I fully expect.
So the venue is the car. So when you're there having an hors d'oeuvre and a soda, you're walking around.
All these amazing cars. They have some cars that do the hill climb. It's just cool. It's a cool place. They have two. Now I'm doing a commercial for them. They have two simulators there. These are $75,000 a piece. You get in there. My kids and my husband, and we did it. My husband, I'm sorry, honey, he got car sick because it's so real. These simulators.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, you're driving, the Daytona 500. I mean, you're really driving it. But that's how amazing these simulators are.
Wow,
so check it. Yeah, it's called Johnny Martin's, man. It's that. There you go. There's the scoop of the day. Johnny Martin's. Go check it out.
How did I miss that? It's
Then,
a block away.
It is a block away. And then the last one that we'll talk about, and we have lots of stuff going on, but we do our best of. It's the best in business. This is not a scientific survey, but this is the feeling of our readers.
Yeah.
Last year we got 3,000 people voted.
Yeah.
Voting starts April 21st. And it goes through May 16th, and you're voting for the best businesses in Colorado Springs. Please go on. Oh, did Remax won?
Yeah, Remax Properties, I think we won for real estate something. Real estate office or real estate company.
Yeah, sure.
So
we have 75
We got some kind of
categories.
plaque or-
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, and it's everything. We do it. We're fun. We have best bean counter, and that's your best place to put your pennies. We want to have fun with it. This is not a scientific survey. This is the feel of our readers who are business people. So please, April 21st through May 16th, go online, csbj.com, click vote now, and it's the best of. But the party is the party. Oh,
Yeah,
Joe was just sitting back, and as soon as I said party, he just snapped up.
Last year was at Ivy Wild School.
It was at Ivy Wild. Yeah. This year, I'm super excited. We're at the brand new Pikes Peak Library District, the 21th Century Library.
Oh, wow. I didn't know it was open.
It's not yet.
But it will be.
June 26th, 4:30 to 6:30. Would love to have you. And if you want to check out a new location, a new facility, Come with us, celebrate with us, and it's all the best of. So we'll be celebrating your number one again.
I hope.
There you go.
We're trying. We always try hard.
Absolutely.
Okay, so where is that new library thing?
By Chapel Hills Mall, right behind Chapel Hills Mall. So up north.
Oh, okay.
The old MCI building.
It's across the street from the school district, and it's about a block from our office.
I got it. We're
Yes.
right up by our Chapel Hills office. See, we
again,
got stuff near and
right.
around us.
Oh no,
everywhere.
we spread it out all over town. That's what
As
that's
try
our
to.
goal.
Holy cow. Jen Furda, Associate Publisher, Colorado Springs Business Journal. Thank you so much for being on the show. You're awesome.
Thank you so much for having me. Anytime.
You were just terrific. What energy. God, I feel like going and jogging now. Or something. I already worked out this morning too. All right, so April 4th, a lot of things going on this weekend. The one thing you need to think about is calling a Remax Properties office, getting one of our 210 agents to take you out and show you some homes. Or stop by some of our open houses this weekend. Watch for the balloons. They're everywhere. Remax Properties, 4 locations, Tenderfoot Hill, downtown right here at 102 South Tejon, Chapel Hills Drive, and Lake Wilmore Drive in Monument. We will see you next week. This is Joe Clement and Amy Lassen saying, see you soon.